Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. My name is Slavi Younger, and I am one of the co-founders of Fresh. And the reason why we want to do this quick, short and sweet training on Cubism is because it has a couple of very special, distinct features that we would like to highlight that we feel you guys are very much like, and it definitely fills in a hole in the marketplace. So before we get going, the first one that I'd like to talk about is the unique installation method. And for that, I have Gary Nightingale did a video for us. So let me go straight to that and show it to you.
Hi, my name is Gary, and I'm co-founder of Fresh and the creator of the Cubism series. Cubism was created with the inspiration of origami, where instead of folding paper, we are now folding PET to create a near perfect Nrc wall tile. So as you can see here, this is one of our wall tiles called Cliff, and I want to show you just how easy it is to install on the wall. So your Cubism tile will come with these red pull tabs that you can open a hidden trap door for the first time. You can dispose of the tab, and then when you close the trap door up, it's completely invisible so that you'll never see it on the wall. But if you do need to open the door back up, you can use the dental pick that comes with it and twist it slightly, and now you can open it back up. This particular Cubism tile, called Clip, is meant to be oriented in two different directions to get an overall three-dimensional look like this that looks like a random cliffside. So your first step, had this been the first tile, is to put it on the wall. Make sure you get a level, and make sure your hidden trap doors are open. And then drive your sheetrock screw through the tile. It would help if you had a magnetic bit. And then close your trap door. And then repeat, or turn and repeat. And then you have your whole wall.
Awesome. Thank you, Gary, for doing that for us. And I'm sure you guys, it was quite clear. Gary did a great job at explaining what makes this really special. What we were trying to accomplish is how do we figure out two things. One is provide other options besides just gluing to the wall for the times when you're looking to find a temporary solution. So you'd like to remove it and not damage the wall, as well as we have tested to see what the installation of these pieces looks like time-wise, and using the screwing in method cuts the time by more than 2/3. So, you know, when we're talking about overall cost, you very much save money on the installation. Not to mention, as long as, like Gary showed you, as long as you have a level, screws, and a screwdriver, really any of us could definitely do it. And if you have a customer that really is having an issue and you need to come in last minute to fix acoustical things, this is a little less invasive because you're essentially not doing much more than if you were hanging a picture. And then if they need to be moved or relocated or just removed, you can certainly do that without having intense wall issues, right? So that's on the installation. The second awesome thing about these is the Nrc level. We have had every product independently tested in a lab. They were all tested in the true way they will be installed. No tricks. Everything was actually installed as it will live in real life against the wall and everything else, right? And as you can see, pillow, for example, has an NRC rating of 0.85. Let's do a quick recap of what NRC is. I'm sure most of you guys know, but just quickly, so we don't throw around acronyms without addressing what they are. So NRC stands for noise reduction coefficient. Every material in the building comes with a noise reduction coefficient. The noise reduction coefficient scale is from 0 to 1. Think 0 being perfect reflection. Think concrete or glass, and 1 being perfect absorption. So anything super poofy, porous, is when you get a real great sound absorption. So what does that really mean is the sound waves that hit pillow, 85% of those sound waves will be absorbed by the material. So how did we accomplish such a high NRC? One is starting with a highly sound absorbent material. We're using PET, or an acoustical felt, that is made out of recycled water bottles. And it's weaved in a way that it creates lots of air pockets, which makes it highly sound absorbent. The second thing is the folding. As Gary mentioned, this product is created on the sort of the art of origami, except here we're folding PET. So what happens when you fold things? You are creating diffusion. Diffusion really is just a fancy word for geometry. And then if you have any geometry that you add to the space, of course, the absorption is improved. And the last thing that's critical to performance is the fact that every single tile is hollow. So we have introduced a large cavity where the sound waves can be trapped. Very, very important for performance. It's more important, the cavity is actually more important than the material itself. Space, air is your friend in acoustics for sure. As you see, Poly has 0.95, Cliff here also rated at 0.95. And what we're showcasing here specifically with Cliff, but you can do this really with anything, is another beautiful thing about the PET material is that you can print on it. In this particular piece, we have gone with the wood grain print, but it really can be anything you like. You of course need to work with high resolution imagery, so you don't end up with low quality product unless you're going for sort of a pixelated type look, which just depends what you're trying to design. We have 34 different colors, 4 shapes, and also ability to print. So really sky's the limit to what you really can do with this material. Last time we did the class, somebody asked a question. And by the way, guys, if you have questions, just type them into questions. We will address them here shortly. But somebody actually pointed out, it's like, oh, I'm surprised that Pyra had 0.7, that they would expect it to be higher. So this is the beauty of real life testing, right? Anybody can say that the material is highly sound absorbent and just put the material NRC on there. However, the NRC, or the sound absorption, changes dramatically depending how it is attached, right? So anytime you take the raw material like PET that comes with 0.7 NRC, if you directly glue it to the wall, you probably cut, or any hard substrate, you probably cut the NRC by as much as half, right? So air cavity matters, geometry matters, and this kind of showcases that sometimes what we assume will be one is another, but this is why real life application testing is so important. And as a closer, I wanted to let you guys know we are days away from releasing our upgraded builder tool. It lives on our website, and what it does let you do is you can pick any of our shapes, any of our colors, and design what you want to do. So you don't have to guess what the final look will be, and what you will get is the inventory of the colors that you chose, as well as we'll email you the image that you created. So also a great tool for sharing with your customers, or the visual idea of what is being created. So that's about it that I wanted to to talk to as far as the cubism. If you guys have any questions, we would love to answer them. I'll need to take a peek and see if there's anything in there. Paul asked, do you have any independent testing for these? And I said, yes, we do. I think I already mentioned that. Yes, everything has been independently tested. If a customer requests a copy, just let us know. We'll be happy to send you the fun reading that is NRC testing reports. Yes, every single thing has been independently tested. The other question I was asked previously that let me just throw the answer here as well. It was what is the cost? So the cost ranges between $35 to $65 per square foot. And then the other question that has come up was cleanability. So the beautiful thing about this is, since we are dealing with technically recycled, we're dealing with recycled plastic, polyester, it is very robust material, and you can actually not just clean it, but you can actually disinfect it to the CDC requirements to kill germs or bacteria such as COVID. For any soft material that can handle that kind of cleaning, which PET is one of those, you do either a bleach mixture or something even like a Lysol. The only difference between cleaning this type of material versus wipeable material, you don't wipe this, you spray and let it dry, and that is that. So thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate anything. Really appreciate your attendance. If you still have any questions, you can type it in. Laura here will answer them, and we can do it also via email. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it, and have a fantastic rest of the day.